All right, so this is 2004 question 2, and researchers who are studying a new shampoo formula plan to compare the condition of hair for people who use the new formula, the condition of hair for people who use the current formula. 12 volunteers are available to participate in the study. Information on these volunteers, number 1 through 12, is shown in the table below. The researchers want to conduct an experiment involving 2 formulas, the new and the current, of shampoo. They believe that the condition of hair changes with age, but not gender. All right, so they're telling us age is important. Because researchers want the size of the blocks in an experiment to be equal to the number of treatments, they will use blocks of size 2 in their experiments. All right, so we only need 2 people in the block. Identify the volunteers by number that would be included in each of the 6 blocks and give the criteria. All right, well, so they said age is important. So that means we're going to need to block by age. And notice this, they also said, and give the criteria, because ultimately we're going to have to block it and give the criteria. And a lot of times people will do the blocking, but they won't give the criteria. So if we're blocking by age, remember when you block, you want them to be as close as possible in age. So in this case, 20 and 21 are right next to each other, so we can put them in a block. Now, I'm going to say there are more than one ways to do a block. You could just sit there and make a box and say, all right, this is block 1, and I'll put volunteer 1 and 2, which are ages 21 to 20, and that would be great. And I could do that for all of them. And that wasn't easy for me to type out, so I just made a list. And I started off with my criteria. My criteria is because the researchers believe that age is a factor in the treatment, I will block by age by placing the volunteers that are closest in age and block together. So basically I just said, okay, age is important. I need to be as similar as possible, because that's the idea of a block, to be as similar as possible. So volunteer 1 and 2 are similar in age, so there they go, 10 and 11, all the way to age is volunteers 5 and 6, or 62 and 61. Your blocks do not have to be in the same order. It can be in any order, but the people in the block or the volunteers in the block should be the same. If you just gave the volunteer numbers, they accepted that as full credit. If you just gave the ages, they accepted that as full credit. All right. So part B, other researchers believe that hair condition differs with both age and gender. If you're old and male, you go bald. Oh no, that's just Mr. Spencer. The researchers will also use blocks of size 2 in this experiment. Identify the volunteers by number that would be included in each of the 6 blocks and give your criteria. Once again, they're telling me that age and gender is important, so I need to have, I need to block twice. I need to block by age, I need to be blocked by gender. So I'm going to make a group of females and block the females together, and I'm going to block the males together. I know this is not a politically correct any longer. We should have apparently more genders, but right now we're keeping it simple with just 2. So my criteria, because the researchers believe that age and gender are both factors in the treatment, I will block by gender first, placing all females in one block and all males in the second block. I will then block by age so that those nearest in age in the block are placed together. So in my females, my youngest female was age 20, so now I'm looking for the next youngest female, and the next youngest female is age 24. That's not the youngest, the next youngest person was 21, but that was a male, so that's going to be in the male block. Because the female, we want the youngest females together, and then the older females together, and the same with the males. Okay, so those are my blocks, and once again, I could have drawn boxes and said, okay, this is block 1, and this volunteer 2 and 10, or ages 2 and 4, and that would have been fine. That would have looked something like this. I could have said, okay, here's block 1, and I have volunteer 2 and 10. Or I could have just put their ages instead of the 2 and 10, and that would work. Label your blocks, though. Part C, because we got to be Moses. The researchers in part B decide to select 3 of the 6 blocks to receive the new formula and to give the other 3 blocks the current formula. Is this an appropriate way to assign the treatments? If so, describe a method for selecting the 3 blocks to receive the new formula. If not, describe an appropriate method for assigning treatments. All right, from a diagram standpoint, if we are blocking, we have a block design, we have our blocking variable. So we have our blocking variable and it splits up. Let's just say split it up to, and let's just say we had just one blocking variable and we had males and females. We blocked by gender this time. Then I have random assignment. So please note, random assignment always comes after the blocking variable. Always comes after the blocking variable. And then I'd also have random assignment here where I'm randomly assigning the shampoo. So here they said, so this was not an appropriate way to assign the treatments. Randomization must occur within each block. What they mean is it must occur after the block. All right, so it has to occur after the block. To assign the treatments, I would select one block and put the number of the 2 volunteers in a hat and mix. Yes, I could have flipped a coin, but if you flip a coin, you have to make sure you go, well, head goes to which number and tails go to the other number. Not a whole lot of fun. So I think the easiest thing to do is put the numbers in a hat, put the 2 numbers in a block in a hat and draw. And then I would repeat the process for each of the 6 blocks. Now I would bet there's some questions on this. So